Alright, this will probably be the last fan for the day. This is a 80s era Galaxy The Wind Machine. This is Lasko's early attempt at a air circulator fan, which I'm not exactly sure when these exactly came out, because apparently there was two versions of this. There was this one with the tilting stand, and then there was one that just had the legs mounted to the big circular thingy. The body of it, I guess you'd call it. But this one was technically the Wind Machine 2. The original Wind Machine was just the one with the legs on the bottom, according to some sources that I've found. But this was still basically the same thing as the Wind Machine 1, just with a tilting stand. Other than that, it's the same exact fan. This one probably came out in like late 80s, because this one has the wavy Galaxy logo, which you'll see in a minute. But yeah, this is the Galaxy Wind Machine. And believe it or not, that protective film is still on there. It's got the 7 butter knife D blades that Lasko was using at the time. The hub is very identical to a Galaxy box fan, just with the centerpiece chopped out. Interesting thing about these, the front and back grills are basically the same exact molds. Because you see how there's a bigger hole there? That's where your cord would go if you had it flipped around like this. Same exact molds. And also, if you look, see how there's an arrow to indicate the speeds? That same arrow is on the front. Just weird little things like that. And yes, this has the wavy Galaxy logo. It's a 3-speed fan. Has the plastic motor, which maybe you can see it in there. There it is. This one I picked out of it was a store here in town that used to like get stuff from estate sales and whatnot, and they were using this in the store. And then at first I was like, hey, would you guys sell that fan? And they were like, no, we're using it. And another week went by and I was like, I'm determined I'm going to get that thing. I went back up there. I was like, hey, listen, I want that fan. Would you guys take like $20 for it? And they took it, and I took the Wind Machine home with me. So, yeah, this is definitely a piece in the collection I'm going to hang on to, just because you don't really see these much anymore, honestly. I mean, you rarely seen them to begin with, but they're getting even harder to find now. So I'm glad I got this one when I did. But anyway, so I brought it home. It was really dirty. Cleaned it up. And these things are a pain in the butt to take apart, so I don't use it a whole lot because I don't want it to get too dirty and have to tear it apart, because this thing's not fun to take apart. You got all these little plastic things that go between the screws that hold the body of the fan together. Then you even got fake screws like that. And then you got your real ones right there, which are very out of focus. But yeah, it has a tilting stand, because of course it does. We already discussed that. I forget what the model number is for this, but I'll have to look it up again, and I'll put it in the title of the video, like I do all of them. But anyway, figured we'd test this on the kilowatt meter, see what it does. Here's high. That rattling gets kind of annoying. But I mean, it's moving a good deal there. I think that WC2000 moves more air though. But I mean, it's moving air. the old flag out again. I mean, see, it's moving pretty decent air. I feel like a lot of it's restricted because of the way this grill's designed. But I mean, it works pretty good. It's drawing 2.1 amps and 183 watts. And if I remember right, these are rated for 2.2 like the box fans on here. I mean, it's the same motor as a box fan. Go to medium. That rattling is very annoying. Medium's still moving a pretty decent amount of air. I mean, I'm getting pretty decent airflow from here. Drawing 1.46 amps at 126 watts. I mean, it's moving some decent air. It's not as, it's hard to explain it. That WC2000 fan was a lot more powerful, but this seems to spread the air out better. Maybe that's why they call it the wind machine. I don't know. But anyway, we'll go to low. Low speed ain't too bad. For the most part. I mean, if it wasn't for that rattle, it would be very quiet. I mean, again, moving a decent breeze. Showing 94.4 watts at 1.31 at 1.13 amps. It's really not a bad fan. Very underrated. Go back to high. Put the flag away. And OWF spells off. Sorry if I yell in your ear on that one. But it's kind of hard to hear over the rattling. Now this thing's got a pretty good coast down. I oiled the crap out of this when I got it because I did not want to take it apart again. Because these things were a nightmare to tear apart. Cool fans, but not fun to take apart. So there you have it, the Galaxy Wind Machine. I guess we can do a startup sound. I'm not going to do all 3 speeds, but we'll do one of them. Start off on high, I guess. I mean, you probably couldn't hear it over all the rattling. The screws need tightened up on it again. But yeah, anyway, there you have it. The Galaxy Wind Machine. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. And have a good day. It's got a good coast down, that's for sure. Alright, have a good one.